How important are VPNs for biz? You must have known that sooner or later they'd get around to you. VPNs have no power against glowies. Everything ever typed by this IP was a bot and sarcasm. They feel my nutsack every time I go to the airport. Enhanced screening. Every single time. Ever since I started coming here regularly. Why should it matter at this point? I was in the trenches of the meme war of 2016. I've been on lists for a while. If you were a king of a country, would you rather have a country full of right-wingers or rebel lefties? If you were a dictator, would you rather have an army of right-wing men or an army of leftists? Let Stalin answer that question for you. Their watch list is called the Kill Matrix, and at least millions of Americans have been on it since the Obama years. Oh no, what are the brain-damaged obese wannabes gonna do? Make more fake arrests with crisis actor neckbeards? You can't scare me with this Gestapo crap. These watch lists must include 70% of the population at this point. I'm not concerned. Imagine living in a country where you're in constant fear of the government for speaking out the wrong narrative. Must be hell living in such a crap hole. Post some wrong think words, FBI partyvans you. The land of the free. Be super communist, call someone a chud, but you're on iPhone, autocorrects to Chad, go to prison for far-right terrorism. I thought everyone here used some sort of VPN or security measure keck. Especially if you're staking stuff, using wallets or playing crypto games such as Pool Party, there's always room for being a schizo. The final red pill is this: if you think you need a VPN, you are also afraid of your government and should move somewhere where you are free to speak your mind. Boomers are privileged authoritarian liberals. They had their freedom revolution in the 60s and 70s. Freedom to be pedos, thieves, and disregard of legislative process. Gen X received lots of welfare in the form of houses and cash from boomers as long as they behaved like dogs. Millennials are the opiate-fed, sexually abused, mentally abused, malnourished generation. Zoomies are millennials with more welfare and internet access. I think Trump is a weenie, but I'd vote for him to nuke the FBI out of existence. They're a joke, and there will be another 9/11 that'll happen right under their noses, and they'll drop the ball again. VPNs aren't OPSECOND, they don't hide you and they don't protect you from the FBI. Everything is logged at the VPN provider. Don't kid yourself. Some random corporate entity is going to stop the government from getting you when their business relies on continued permission from the government to operate. It's mostly for non-threats and piracy, and honestly piracy is even less of a concern these days since seemingly nothing good gets made anymore. How are they so stupid? Are they full of boomers who don't understand internet culture at all? People use all three of those terms daily on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. You think they give an extra heck about some basement-dwelling crypto hoarder calling poopy coins based on some random basket-weaving forum? I have security clearance and post here regularly. Anything that actually is to a level that gets you put on a watch list unironically gets you banned from here anyway. If they want to pull what you say from here at any point, they can and will. It doesn't matter if they're actively watching you or not. People who act like there's some secret underground way to escape the doxing needs a reality check. They have all your info already, and you're just trying to put scotch tape over a hole in the pool by trying to avoid being surveilled. VPNs, you mean the things that seemingly have infinite funding for adverts with no revenue whatsoever to justify it? VPNs are the biggest honeypots around. The FBI is a criminal organization. That feeling when being watched. And also that feel when you're making them stacks of money and not getting a cut from watching my never-ending winning trades. I'm pretty sure I'm being monitored, and it motivates me to do better, and maybe one day they give my file the good boy rubber stamp. Not only is the FBI based and red-pilled, it's full of Chads and Stacys. I'm glad the base Chads and Stacys at the FBI are keeping us all safe. You put me on a watch list and I'll watch you right back. Then we can watch each other like a couple of guys, just watching. Mulvad is a based VPN, everything else is a honeypot. ExpressVPN is literally owned by an advertising company. If you post here and you're not on at least 3 different lists, you're doing something wrong. Stop falling for the VPN scam. It's useful for proxy purposes but not for security. He thinks VPNs can save him. Keck, actually pretty heckin' important. I used to do gambling on Monero until some silly head put me on a watch list and my IPs were range banned. I had to get a VPN to connect to it and switch to using Pool Party for the gamble. It's a pain in the ass, but now the feds know that I'm in it, so I have to pay my taxes. Moral of the story? If you're gonna make fat cash on crypto, take care of your security and use a VPN and stuff. Don't thousands of Zoomers say based on Twitch to their favorite PayPal friend simulator? Didn't Biz always had a warning on the top of the site that everything posted is fiction? Which in my case is always. Honestly, they can't track my Monero transactions, and I don't really do anything violent, so the more resources they spend tracking me instead of some actual right-wing terrorist who is willing to throw a chunk of scrap iron wrapped in copper into the transformers at a local power substation, the better IMO. Wait, what? I thought these posts were anonymous? I'm a schizo, I'm based, I fed post wherever I want. I don't have to hide it in Minecraft like you. No biggie, their AI isn't powerful enough to sift through all the silly heads on their radar yet. Eventually the AI will just watch everyone though. Based.